Smith from the Moravia FFA chapter.
I'm Brianna Beatty from the Moravia FFA chapter.
I'm Gentry from the Moravia FFA chapter.
I'm Logan Smith.
And I'm Braden Robinson.
And we're from the Moravia FFA chapter.
My name is Ian Paget and I'm from the Moravia FFA chapter.
Hi, my name is Lainey Hoffman and I'm from the Moravia FFA chapter.
Hi, my name is Gracie Hoffman and I'm from the Moravia FFA chapter.
In this video, we get to know the Moravia FFA chapter a little better. Follow along as we hear about some cool ag class projects, like an animal science learning barn, running a greenhouse, and hatching chicks, as well as super awesome student SAEs, and hearing about just how big of an impact this chapter advisor has made on students.
First hour animal science, there was 5 of us, and every morning before we started class, we would go outside and we have chickens, pigs, goats, and cats. So we would feed the goats, feed the pigs, feed everything, make sure they had water, and scoop if we had to, and make sure they were all good.
Out in the barn we have piglets and we have goats and we have chickens. So we got the pigs from the Iowa State Fair, from the learning facilities, and we have piglets that we've raised and we're actually selling them right now. And then we have goats and chickens that are some students' projects.
Yeah. We've had good learning experiences from them. Like, I myself usually come up here every weekend and feed them, and yeah, it's just been a good experience to learn. For the pigs, we have a watering barrel thing. We have to fill all the way up with water, and then we have to give the sow some scoops, and then the piglets have a barrel feeder too, kind of like a, yeah, you pour the feed in and then it comes out the bottom, so it's just easier, and feeding them all scoops of on the ground or something like that.
Probably feeding the goats. Like, we would take, actually lately we've been having lettuce from the greenhouse, so if we didn't want it, we would take it and feed it to them, so it was just fun playing with them. We have been selling the pigs. We're making actually quite a bit of money on that. Some of the goats are pregnant, so we're waiting on babies. And the chickens lay eggs, so.
I have never lived on a farm, and my brothers had like show pigs and stuff that he would show at the county fair. So I kind of picked it up from that. Like, I would go out there with him sometimes. But this, like, the barn out there was kind of my first introduction to like my part and my point of view of farms and stuff like that.
Mr. Collins asked us if anyone wanted to volunteer to bring in eggs for the project to put in the incubator to grow them, and that's how it started.
And we got the eggs and we put them in, and then after a week or two we candled them with a high-powered light so we could start seeing it. We would do that every couple days, and you could start seeing the growth of the chicken. It was kind of a little different when you put the light up to it. You could kind of see some of the veins.
Yeah.
So it was a little, the more that it kind of developed, the less you could kind of see it, because it kind of started filling up the egg more.
And when it started cracking, there would just be tiny cracks in the egg, and then there'd just be huge cracks, and then it would come open.
We got a starter pen that was made out of cardboard, basically. We had it out in the shop with a heat lamp, and we would take them out there, and we just kind of fed them.
We had a water and a feeder.
Yeah, you kind of learn a lot about like the feathers and how they lose their downy at a certain point, and when they lose their downy, that's kind of when they're ready to go outside, when they get their feathers. I liked candling the eggs. We had like 2,000 lumen light. Hope we didn't blind the chickens. But.
Yeah, candling the eggs was really cool, and watching them hatch.
And then some chickens that we thought were probably dead, Mr. Collins would crack open, and we could kind of see the chick and how it was developing and stuff. It's really fun doing it, hatching them.
Everybody in our class pretty much claimed that they had their own chicken and named their own chickens.
Yeah, so then when we candle the eggs, they'd go, that's Egg Burger, McNugget or whatever.
Yeah.
My SAE is a entrepreneurship SAE where I build and create my own cement pots and grow and propagate my own succulents that I grow in the pots that I make and sell them at local farmers markets. I took a horticulture class with my advisor, Mr. Collins, and I fell in love with it. And the succulents are such a unique plant, so I started growing my own, and then I decided I had too many plants and not enough planters, so I had to somehow make my own planters. So that's how I got started. My favorite part about my SAE is watching my little plants grow. They start off as little break-offs from your big plant, and I put them in dirt and I spritz them with water, and you watch them slowly grow roots and put themselves into the ground. It's kind of like having your own little kid.
So right now we have a couple big projects going on in the greenhouse. One of them you can see right here. We have tomato plants planted in the greenhouse in our big hydroponic system. We planted these just a little before Christmas, and they're now reproducing fruit, and our big goal is that we can provide tomatoes for the school for some of our lunches. You can see to this side we have a lot of different kinds of plants. We actually do a plant rehabilitation for some people in our community. So this begonia was frozen in the first frost, and this one has been dying. So people just bring their plants into us, and it's a learning experience because we get to try and figure out what's wrong, see if we can bring them back to life, do tests on them, and then once they're fixed, we can give them back to the people that brought them, and it's a little bit of advertisement because we can tell them about our spring flower sale. My favorite project to do in the greenhouse is I built my own hydroponic system, and it's still working, so I'm growing peppers in my hydroponic system, and I'm just starting to get fruit out of that right now, so that's really exciting, and we get to work with them every day and just learn more and work on keeping it and growing. So this is my hydroponic system. We built it out of PVC pipe. There is a big pump in the bucket, and it pumps water through the PVC pipe. This water has nutrients already in it, and it's what helps the plants grow. You can see that our pepper plants are fully grown, and their root systems go into the hydroponic system. We have jalapenos and banana peppers in our hydroponic system, and we are just starting to harvest them now. My favorite part of our hydroponics, just the greenhouse in general, is you can see like real fruit from your labor. So we planted seeds and you get plants. We take care of them and you get actual results instead of maybe just getting like a grade. So we planted these plants and I built my hydroponic system, and obviously I get a grade for that, but I am having actual harvest, and it's really encouraging to get to see that work.
We have not really had like a steady advisor, so when he came, he got things done. He made it more fun. He made more kids involved, so we have so many more kids in FFA now.
Mr. Collins came in, kind of picked everything back up, and made our chapter grow way more as a whole. And we have so many more members now, and we are involved in so many more things, and it's great.
Yeah, just like one thing that's pretty awesome that we've done is like last year we only sold like $9,000 worth of FFA fruit, and this year we sold about $21,000, so that's a big.
Yeah.
And Mr. Collins has a really good bond with kids and is really good with kids, and I think that's why our chapter is growing as well as it is.
As a freshman, we struggled with keeping an advisor, so I didn't start an SAE till later on. So I learned how to use the AET, he learned how to keep us motivated and keep accurate records. He's been a huge help in our FFA program, and the size of our students that come to meetings and that participate in CDE events is huge compared to what it was.
My advisor has impacted my FFA experience because Mr. Collins is a new advisor. We have been through quite a few advisors through my high school and junior high time, and Mr. Collins is so dedicated to FFA, and he just wants to see it grow. So it's really encouraging just to see how hard he works and how much time he puts in, because it means a lot to us, and we grow in ways that we didn't realize we could because he worked so hard with us.
I was not going to be an officer, and then he kind of told me that I'd be a good candidate, so I kind of thought about it, and through him that I've been able to meet a lot of new people and go to different things and hear different people's opinions on things and learn how to be a better person.
Collins really makes me like FFA a lot more.